Get ready for the news that is reshaping how we build the future of artificial intelligence. Cybersecurity agencies from Australia, Canada, New Zealand, the United Kingdom, and the United States have just published crucial joint guidance on the careful adoption of agentic AI services in all organizational IT environments. This comprehensive guidance dives deep into the cybersecurity risks and vulnerabilities inherent in large language model-based agentic AI systems, outlining essential best practices for organizations looking to design, develop, deploy, and operate these increasingly autonomous systems. We break down exactly what these agencies are warning about when AI systems start acting with greater autonomy and interacting with other systems, giving you the roadmap you need to assess risks and prepare for emerging threats.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to hold it with one hand? The PopSocket's Pop Grip gives you a secure grip, works as a phone stand, and even lets you swap the top for a fresh new look. Simple, useful, and perfect for everyday phone use. Click the link in the comments to grab yours on Amazon.
Next up, we look at the intense battle for AI control as companies integrate these powerful models into their daily workflows. White Circle has just raised an incredible $11 million to stop AI models from going rogue in the workplace. This funding comes from a powerful group of backers, including Ramin Hewitt from OpenAI and Dirk Kingma from Anthropic, signaling a major shift in how the industry is tackling safety. White Circle is building a real-time enforcement layer that sits between users and the AI models, actively checking inputs and outputs against company policies to block malware, scams, or any prohibited content in real time. We explore why this control layer is so vital as AI agents take on tasks like writing code or accessing files on behalf of users. The government is stepping in, but the details are getting murky as the U.S. Commerce Department reportedly removed specifics about a major agreement involving Microsoft, Google, and xAI regarding pre-release AI security testing. This sudden removal of details has sent shockwaves through the technology industry and policy circles, sparking serious questions about the future direction of AI oversight and government collaboration with frontier AI firms. This agreement previously allowed government scientists to evaluate these advanced models for security vulnerabilities and national security risks, but now the public record is unclear, fueling intense debate about how aggressively AI should be regulated in this rapidly evolving race. And finally, we move into the realm of clinical safety, where AI evaluation is finally getting a rigorous, human-centered standard. mPACT has just launched mPACT, a groundbreaking new benchmark that applies expert clinical judgment to assess how leading models handle high-risk conversations. This benchmark uses clinician-led tests across areas like suicide risk and eating disorders to measure not just if a model avoids harm, but if it provides the nuanced, clinically grounded support that is truly needed in crisis situations. We look at the initial findings and why this new framework is essential for making AI safety measurable in the most critical, high-stakes human interactions. Stay with us as we keep breaking down these massive stories. Joint cybersecurity agencies from Australia, Canada, New Zealand, the United Kingdom, and the United States have released joint guidance detailing the secure adoption of agentic artificial intelligence systems within organizational IT environments. This comprehensive guidance addresses the cybersecurity risks, vulnerabilities, and essential best practices necessary for designing, developing, deploying, and operating these advanced AI systems, with a primary focus on large language model-based agentic AI. The publication is designed to assist organizations in conducting informed risk assessments and implementing effective mitigation strategies. The guidance thoroughly examines the threats and vulnerabilities inherent in agentic AI, covering risks introduced through system components, integrations, and downstream applications, as well as broader security implications arising from agentic AI behavior in IT settings. It encompasses wider security considerations, specific risks, and actionable steps organizations can take to prepare for emerging and future threats. Agentic AI systems present unique cybersecurity challenges because they possess greater autonomy than traditional software, capable of interacting with other systems, utilizing integrations, and taking autonomous steps toward predefined goals. This autonomy introduces novel cybersecurity risks when these tools are integrated into organizational infrastructure. The joint guidance signals that major cyber agencies are treating agentic AI as a critical, emerging operational security issue, moving beyond mere policy discussion or experimentation. The guidance was co-authored by key agencies, including the Australian Signals Directorate's Australian Cybersecurity Centre, the U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, the U.S. National Security Agency, the Canadian Centre for Cybersecurity, the New Zealand National Cybersecurity Centre, and the UK National Cybersecurity Centre. White Circle has successfully raised $11 million to launch an AI control platform designed to mitigate the risks posed by runaway AI models in corporate workflows. The venture is founded by Denis Shilov, who pioneered the concept of a universal jailbreak, a prompt technique that bypasses safety filters in leading AI models by reframing the model's function from a conversational chatbot to a simple API endpoint, compelling the models to comply with prohibited requests. This viral success highlighted a critical gap. While researchers could find ways to bypass safety measures, companies integrating AI into their operations lacked effective control over the resulting outputs. Shilov noted that jailbreaks are just one facet of the problem, emphasizing that smart models can cause significant harm in production environments. White Circle addresses this by developing software that acts as a real-time enforcement layer situated between users and AI models. This platform continuously checks both inputs and outputs against company-specific policies, flagging or blocking requests that involve malware, scams, or other prohibited content. Furthermore, it is designed to catch critical operational failures, such as model hallucinations, sensitive data leaks, or destructive actions within a software environment. The funding round was supported by prominent figures including Ramin Hewitt from OpenAI, Dirk Kingma from Anthropic, Guillaume Lampel from Mistral, and Thomas Wolfe from Hugging Face, signaling strong industry confidence. White Circle's core thesis is that AI safety cannot be solved solely during model training. As businesses deploy autonomous AI agents, capable of writing code, accessing files, and taking actions, the focus must shift to controlling behavior within proprietary applications. The platform enables companies to define and enforce acceptable AI behavior within their specific ecosystems, moving control away from the foundational model labs. The company's product has already processed over 1 billion API requests and is utilized by clients across fintech and legal sectors. Supporting this approach is White Circle's research arm, which published Killbench in May. This study tested over 1 million experiments across 15 major AI models to examine decision-making in high-stakes scenarios, revealing that hidden biases can surface based on attributes like nationality or body type, especially when models are forced to output data in structured formats common in product integration. This empirical research further validates White Circle's position as an essential external check on model behavior post-deployment. The U.S. Commerce Department has reportedly removed specific details concerning a recent agreement involving major technology firms, including Microsoft, Google, and xAI, related to pre-release AI security testing from its official website. This sudden removal has immediately generated significant discussion within the technology industry and policy circles regarding the trajectory of AI oversight and the scope of government collaboration with frontier AI developers. The original agreement, announced on May 5th, centered on these companies voluntarily granting early access to advanced artificial intelligence models prior to public deployment. This arrangement was designed to enable scientists from the U.S. Government Center for AI Standards and Innovation, CAISI, to rigorously evaluate the systems for potential security vulnerabilities, national security risks, such as cyber threats and military misuse, and biosecurity concerns. However, users attempting to access the original Commerce Department webpage have been met with missing page notices or redirects to the CAISI homepage instead of the announcement. Reuters reported that neither the Commerce Department nor the White House has issued an immediate explanation for the removal, fueling speculation about potential policy shifts, administrative restructuring, or heightened sensitivity surrounding these AI governance discussions. The initial agreement represented a notable evolution in U.S. AI policy, particularly under the Trump administration, which had previously favored lighter regulation for AI development. This initiative expanded existing voluntary testing frameworks previously engaged with companies like OpenAI and Anthropic. Government officials justified the early access as a necessary step to thoroughly assess the risks associated with increasingly powerful generative AI models. Concerns surrounding AI safety have escalated recently, spurred by discussions around advanced systems like Anthropic's Mythos, which reportedly raised alarms among national security officials due to its potential for misuse. Industry experts suggest the government's engagement with these major AI firms signals a growing consensus that frontier AI systems pose tangible risks to cybersecurity, critical infrastructure, defense capabilities, and global geopolitical stability. The vanishing of the web page has intensified debate among technology analysts, investors, and AI policy observers. Some experts interpret the incident as an indicator of uncertainty within Washington regarding the level of AI regulation, while others contend that such agreements will continue privately despite reduced public transparency. Analysts emphasize that this development underscores the increasingly intricate dynamic between governments and AI companies as global regulators strive to balance innovation, competitiveness, and national security in the accelerating AI race. A new benchmark called mPACT, developed by mPACT, a clinician-founded AI safety company, has revealed performance metrics for leading AI chatbots in handling high-risk conversations. Launched on May 12, 2026, mPACT applies expert clinical judgment to evaluate how major AI models recognize risk, interpret context, and avoid harmful outputs, addressing a critical gap in current AI evaluation standards. The initial findings from the first 3 benchmarks, suicide risk, eating disorders, and misinformation, show that while leading models generally avoided harmful responses, performance remains uneven in delivering clinically appropriate support. In suicide risk scenarios, models demonstrated stronger overall performance. Claude Sonnet 4.5 led in composite performance across safety and clinical helpfulness, while GPT-5.2 and Gemini 2.5 Flash were noted for consistently avoiding harmful outputs. However, performance significantly declined in eating disorder conversations, with all models missing subtle, crucial cues that signal a crisis. In misinformation contexts, models frequently failed by reinforcing questionable beliefs, expressing unwarranted confidence, and presenting incomplete information, especially in multi-turn dialogues where flawed reasoning could be amplified. Dr. Grin Lord, CEO-founder of mPACT, noted, "Most people don't say, 'I'm at risk,' directly. They demonstrate it through subtle behaviors over time that are obvious to human clinicians. Models are getting better at recognizing these moments, but the response still needs to meet that nuance with real support." The mPACT methodology involves licensed clinicians designing multi-turn scenarios and evaluating model responses using a multi-label framework across detection, interpretation, and response quality, summarized by a severity-weighted scoring system to prioritize high-risk situations. Independent endorsements highlight the framework's significance. Experts emphasize that mPACT anchors evaluation in real-world clinical complexity, ensuring safety is treated as a clinical standard rather than just a technical constraint. Dr. Ursula Whiteside of NowMattersNow.org stated that the clinician-led approach is a more rigorous way to evaluate safety than relying solely on automated judgments. mPACT aims to establish a shared, clinically grounded standard for AI behavior, bringing transparency and accountability to how these systems perform in high-stakes interactions, particularly in mental health support.